You see the climate activists who threw mashed potatoes on the painting? Yeah, it's becoming quite the trend, eh? It's really popping off. It's getting the message across really well. I'm sure any day now we'll stop using oil. What is that going to do for them? We've gone over this before when they threw tomato soup on that other painting. We'll go over it again. The idea behind it is get their name in the headlines. Hopefully people will look at the message and be like, all right, I'll support that. That doesn't happen, obviously. All people do is they see the headlines like, wow, bunch of fucking lunatics. I'm going to ignore the message. Also, the Just Stop Oil movement is backed by an oil heiress. I forgot her name. But she helped finance this movement, an actual oil heiress. So I'm pretty sure this is like a psyop or like a false flag operation to try and make climate activists look insane. What was her name? I think it's like Giddy? Gritty? Well, it's probably not Gritty. Giddy. It starts with a G though. I know that. I can't remember who it is though. But it's an oil heiress who backs it. Oh, there it is. Getty. Yeah. Getty. Eileen Getty. Hey, Caleb. Yeah, that's a good idea. Thanks to the Bits Heart Cart in the prime stretch. Terrorist organization. Alright, let's not get carried away. Right now, their terror attacks consist of throwing tomato soup and mashed potatoes on paintings. Both of which were behind glass, so they didn't actually damage them. They just made themselves look super stupid. I wouldn't necessarily call them terrorists. What is throwing... I just said it. I'll say it again. At the top... It is backed by an oil heiress. I believe the idea is get them to do stupid stuff so that way people ignore the climate change messaging. But the people at the bottom don't know that, so they go around doing shit like this thinking that it'll convert people to their side. Throwing tomato soup and mashed potatoes on paintings does nothing against climate change. It does nothing to help further their goals. It's worthless. But they're convinced that if they get their names in the headlines enough for stupid shit like this, for some reason people will join them. Which the opposite is happening. Obviously. If they really wanted to do something to like directly try and impact it, I don't know why they wouldn't target the actual oil companies or something. Like instead of just blocking the interstate for normal working people, why not block the driveway to one of their houses or some shit? Or block the exit to one of their factories or some shit. It's just very clearly just a little... False flag's probably not the right term. But it's very clearly designed to be stupid in order for people to just disregard the message. Play the video. It's not a very interesting video, but sure, here. It's exactly what you expect. They throw mashed potatoes and then super glue their hands to the wall. That's it. Mhm.
Menschen sterben. Wir sind in einer Klimakatastrophe. Und alles, wovor ihr Angst habt, sind Tomatensuppe oder Kartoffelbrei in einem Gemälde. Wisst ihr, wovor ich Angst habe? Das,
So powerful.
dass die Wissenschaft sagt, dass wir 2050 unsere Familien nicht werden ernähren können.
Yeah, so it just preaches for a while. Like, and the thing is, I don't think anyone would disagree with the actual message, right? I think anyone with any semblance of a brain recognizes that there is a bit of a climate problem going on. You know, this whole climate change ain't great. But throwing tomato soup and mashed potatoes on a painting to try and get attention just immediately makes people write you off. So you do the opposite of helping. It's just dumb. It's super dumb. But it's purposefully dumb because, again, they're backed by an oil heiress. Blocking traffic is the worst thing. I don't know if Just Stop Oil blocks traffic. They might. I know it might be Extinction Rebellion that does it, but for some reason, some of these groups block traffic for normal people. So then it's just working people that are significantly late to work because they were blocking traffic to get their message across. Everyone that was late now immediately writes them off and will always go against them 100% of the time. It's just fucking worthless. It's super dumb. Oh yeah, they blocked an ambulance once too. I remember that one. That was Extinction Rebellion, I'm pretty sure. Here's the Prime Coke and the resub Veggie, Frank, and the Bits Axel. You see, people are mad that IGN gave Ring of Power an 8 out of 10. They gave Rings of Power an 8 out of 10? That does sound awfully generous, but I don't think it's like alarming. I didn't think it was very good. I know most people didn't. Just kind of a boring show, but I don't really care that IGN gives it something high. There's a Prime BF. Some people glued themselves to a road here in England today. I saw that. Well, actually, it might not have been the one I'm thinking of. I don't even know where I'd find the video. I'll just describe the video instead of trying to search for it because there's so many of these now. One of those road blocking protests, I'm pretty sure it was just Stop Oil. One of them super glues their hand to the road and then throws the empty super glue into the storm drain next to them. So these fucking idiots are actively doing their best to continue to pollute shit while preaching for the opposite. Brain dead hypocrite. Unreal. You know, actually I will find the video. Hold on, it shouldn't be too hard. It was like the front page of Reddit 2 days ago. Give me a sec. Oh, here it is. Fighting the good fight. Good work out there. Just Stop Oil, am I right? That's how we do it. Righteous soldier. Didn't one of those people get their van stolen while protesting? Oh, I have no clue. I have no idea. Someone just brought this up, but I've only seen one person mention this. I don't know if it's real or not, and I haven't looked into it. Did Alec Baldwin actually post a picture of that woman that he shot on set saying 1 year ago? I saw that floating around on Twitter, but it was from a shit-posting Twitter account, so I wasn't positive. He actually did? What the fuck? I'm just gonna look it up myself. Not doing anything else. Let me see. Should come up if I just look up Alec Baldwin Instagram. Oh my god, yep. Alec Baldwin remembers Helena Hutchins on 1 year anniversary of tragic death in heartbreaking Instagram post. Yeah, oh my god. I mean, this doesn't really scream heartbreaking. This screams like a man with absolutely no remorse. What's so bad about it? He fucking shot her dead. He should be the last person to post this. And as far as I remember, he's also not paying for anything related to her death or helping out the family. Though I'm just going off memory here. I haven't been keeping up as much. I still don't think the shooting necessarily was entirely on him. I still think the major failure was on the prop department. But at the end of the day, yeah, I get he pulled the trigger. And he doesn't care that much, clearly. True, he's also been denying a lot of it. Or not denying. Denying's the wrong word. Misleading's also not the right word. I don't know the way to describe it. But when he talks about the incident, he's very vague about everything. Probably to try and avoid like anything legal. But it comes across as super callous. Deflecting and downplaying, I think, is probably the right words for it. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's probably more accurate. He's on follower only mode for Twitter. Yeah, I can't imagine why. What a weird way of spinning this, by the way. In heartbreaking Instagram post, but all he wrote was 1 year ago today. And that's it. To be fair, I doubt he posted it himself. No, I guarantee he did. I think he's one of those celebrities that actively makes all of their posts on social media. Doesn't he have like that weird avant-garde video of him just eating tomatoes? For like multiple minutes of just eating tomatoes? How is it his fault at all? I mean, he was the one that pulled the trigger. But regardless, I think the biggest failure was on the prop department, obviously, for having live rounds on set and loading the gun and telling him it was okay to do that shit. But he obviously bears some responsibility here, and making a 1 year ago today post with a picture of the woman that he shot dead is certainly tasteless. And purposely downplaying everything and refusing to help out the family, also very tasteless. Wasn't his fault, though. You just keep saying that. If you shot someone, even if it wasn't you who put the bullets in there and you didn't know, wouldn't you feel bad? Wouldn't you be like, wow, I feel fucking terrible, holy shit? Not, hey, 1 year ago today I executed this woman. Damn. Leave some likes. Do you think Black Adam and Superman will fight? And if they do, who do you place your bets on? Hey man, maybe they fight. I'd probably put my bet on Superman. He's designed to like be perfect. He'd probably win. I guess I don't really know. Superman is weak to magic. Okay, I mean, can't he just go into the sun for like a year and come out as Superman Prime, immune to everything and literally unkillable in every way? What? So if it was you and you didn't know there was a bullet, you would be saying the same thing. Don't tell me you believe that right-wing stuff about Alec Baldwin. What are you that right-wing stuff about Alec? But what are you fucking talking about? I don't even know where to begin. What? If you didn't know there was a bullet and you did this, you'd be saying the same thing? Well, I already forgot what you said exactly. If I didn't know there was a bullet and I shot and killed a woman, I would be inconsolable. I certainly wouldn't be having an anniversary on Instagram about the event as like a, remember this? Can I get some likes, please? Thank you. And then ignoring the family. My God. I don't even know what the right-wing Alec Baldwin stuff you're talking about is. I don't know why everyone brings in right or left wing. This has nothing to do with a political side. Jesus. Keep that shit on Twitter. Did you see people who left tons of meat to rot in grocery stores because they thought Mr. Beast was going to buy it? Oh, that's an interesting story. I'll pull that up. I caught glimpses of that. I didn't see the whole thing. Actually, hold on. Let me be a little more specific. Let me see what brings it up. Where's like a good article on this? Maybe it was only a big deal on Twitter. Oh, here. Came up with this. God damn it. There. So basically what happened is Mr. Beast was paying for people's groceries at certain grocery stores, and he asked for the location's permission to film. And when he went to the Piggly Wiggly, he had called beforehand asking to film, which they gave him permission for, but the employees told all of their friends that they need to go to the grocery store on this day because that's when Mr. Beast is buying them everything. So what ended up happening is so many people showed up to the Piggly Wiggly expecting Mr. Beast to buy all of their food, everything. So they stacked their grocery carts to the fucking ceiling. And Mr. Beast couldn't even get there with how many people were there and just canceled it. Which I think he's totally in the right for. But he got blasted on Twitter and TikTok for it. What's the expression? You give people an inch, they take a mile? Not really like drama or anything. Mr. Beast didn't do anything wrong. It was just the employees being really shitty and just telling people go buy everything possible on this day because Mr. Beast is going to buy all of it for you. So then they told their friends, they told their friends, they told their friends, and a million fucking people showed up. Entirely their fault. Seems like that would happen every time though. No, because normally what he'd do is he'd call, and this is just based on what I read, because apparently he like sent a text message to Keem to explain everything because he didn't feel like making a real like official post, which I think he doesn't even need to since it's such a non-issue. But what he would do is contact the grocery stores beforehand and say like, hey, we're coming on this day, can we film? And they'd say either yes or no. But for Piggly Wiggly, they said yes, told their employees, and their employees told everyone else. So then they, like, just a million people went. Whereas normally he'd just show up, whoever was shopping there, he'd buy their shit.